I've got a shipment here from Fear Not Tarantulas. Let's see what's inside. Hello, tarantula lovers. I'm Alex and welcome back to Tarantula Haven. I apologize for my absence. I put a video out a while back explaining my situation and why it's been difficult for me to put out videos recently, and nothing really has changed much. I've been struggling. I've been trying to put videos out, but it's just one of those things where there are other things that have been just taking my time away. The main thing is my mother-in-law. She fell again over the holidays and she injured herself, not quite as bad as she did the first time around, but she did spend some time in the hospital, and she recovered pretty well. She's probably spent about a week in there, but she's been diagnosed with dementia. And if you know about dementia, dementia doesn't go away. It just progresses and gets worse. So she doesn't have tons and tons of time left as far as her mental faculties and all that. So she ended up going to rehab afterward and spent some time in rehab. So again, that was more time that was taken because we had to travel back and forth and it wasn't exactly close by. And we tried to go as much as possible. So that's pretty much how we spent our entire holiday break. And it's been real important to my wife that we spend as much time as possible with her because, of course, the dementia is going to get progressively worse. And she wants to spend as much quality time as she can around her before she, maybe loses her mind and isn't able to recognize people or anything like that. So it's important to her and it's important to me. So I've kind of had to put everything on the back burner for now. I still intend to keep making videos. It's just really difficult right now. And I want to continue to do so. I've got plans out the yang. I keep having plans of what I'm going to do and so on, but they just keep getting thwarted because of all the different things that are going on. And that's not the only thing. There are other stressors that are also happening at the same time. So just things have been really, really difficult. But just keep in mind, I do intend to keep making videos. I'm just having a real hard time right now. So about the package from Fear Not Tarantulas, there's a story behind it, and I'd like to share the story with you because I feel like it's a happy story, and I could definitely use a happy story. So maybe there's somebody out there who could also use a happy story as well. It's been a long time since I've ordered anything from Fear Not Tarantulas, and it's not for any reason in particular. I don't hold anything against Fear Not Tarantulas. It's just that I'm kind of at capacity here. And I haven't really actively been looking for new tarantulas or anything else, and for that matter, to kind of add to my collection because I don't want to overdo things. I want to be able to take care of everything and not have too much and more than I can handle in here. So I've just kind of quit buying anything altogether and just been worrying about taking care of what I have right now. Now, I have received stuff from vendors because they want me to promote their website or something. So they'll send me some freebies here and there, which I'm glad to take because that's a good opportunity for me to get things that I don't have. And sometimes they send me some really cool, rare stuff. So, I don't usually turn down any kind of freebies like that. So that's most of where anything has come from. As far as like me going out and buying anything, I do go to Repticons here and there and I buy locally. So I've picked up things here and there, but nothing major. It's just all really been small stuff that I could take care of. So yeah, I really haven't actively been searching for anything, especially online. And that's the only reason why I haven't purchased from Fear Not Tarantulas. Now, if you're looking for a place to buy tarantulas, Fear Not Tarantulas is awesome. They've been a great vendor for a very long time. I've bought stuff from them a while back, a lot of stuff from them. And I really love them because they always stand by their product if anything goes wrong. They'll take care of it, and they've just been really good to me. They've treated me very nicely, and that's kind of where this is going. So this all started from me just browsing Facebook, and I was looking at, different tarantula stuff on there. I happened to come across a post from Fear Not Tarantulas. They had just gotten a shipment in, and one of their employees, Tony, he was had rigged up this thing for a roll of labels, and he did it with duct tape and looked like a pencil or something, and he taped it onto the desk or the table that he was working on so that he could hold the roll and undo it and peel off the labels and stick them on the dram vials whenever they unpack the tarantulas and put them in their new enclosures. So I thought it was funny. It was real comical to see what he had rigged up. The picture, the face that he made was just kind of funny, and it's one of those things that tickled me and I liked it. But I felt sorry for the guy because I knew that once that roll ran out, he was going to have to undo it, stick the new roll on, and so on. And it just kind of looked pretty bad. So because of that, and I've been getting into 3D printing a lot. I've been coming up with some ideas, and hopefully you guys will like some of this stuff because that's what's coming up in the near future. I'm about to unveil some things that I've created for tarantulas. But over Christmas, I got a new 3D printer, so I've been doing a lot of 3D printing and trying to, make new stuff. And when I saw this, I got the idea, what if I could make something that could hold that roll for him and print it for him and send it to him just to make his life easier? So I got on my CAD program and I started to think and trying to come up with something that could hold that roll. I even went so far as to message them and ask them what size roll that is, if they could give me the dimensions of the roll. And they sent me a picture of the roll that they use, the brand, I think it was a Dymo or something like that. So I looked it up and I couldn't find the dimensions anywhere on the internet. So I went to Staples and I bought one of those rolls, and I was kind of shocked that the roll was like $25. So I took it home, opened it up, got the dimensions, measured everything out, put it back in the box and sent it right back to Staples and got my money back. So, that I had to get the dimensions for it. And then I got to work, and I think it took maybe 3 or 4 prototypes before I finally got it right. And I created it. I sent them 2 of them, so one for Tony and one for anyone else that might need it, and just waited to see what they would say. Well, Tanya of Fear Not Tarantulas got back with me, and she said that they loved it, that it was awesome and it worked great. She sent me a picture of him using it, and it just made me feel really good that I'd created something that somebody could use and it made their life easier. Well, she put in an order for 7 more. She wanted one for each of her stations where they set up and do this stuff. And she said that she would be more than willing to pay me for them. Well, that wasn't my intention, so I had no idea what I would charge for something like that.
Important! Everybody's excited about it being Import Day. We're unpacking lots of fun things.
Philosophies.
And we have a cool thing from Alex. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's helpful. Very helpful. All right.
So, I just thought about it and I said, I really don't know what I would charge for it. I wasn't really doing it for that purpose. I just wanted to, make somebody's life easier. And I said, you know what, maybe when the weather warms up, you could send me a freebie or something. And she said, okay. So a little while later, she messaged me back and she said, take a look at the website. And if you see something that you like, let me know and I'll send it out to you. I'd like to send you something nice. So I was like, okay, cool. And I, just kind of put that away, waited a couple of days before I even went to the website to look or anything. So a couple of days later, I decided to get on their website and start browsing through their tarantulas and everything. And, I'm going through and seeing the usual tarantulas that most people carry and so on. And, seeing some weird stuff here and there that I'd never seen before, but didn't really have an interest in at the moment. And I'm not the kind of person where I would have go straight to like the rarest of the rare and the most expensive and so on. I don't do that. I get very uncomfortable doing that because I know that it's asking a lot to do something like that. And that's where their money comes from. I'm not the person that's going to do that. So, I didn't go jump and say, I want a T. Celadonia or I want a Xenus species or anything like that. That's not me. That's not what I'm going to do. But I'm browsing and most of the time I'll usually look for something that I need, like if I'm trying to get a male of something or a female of a certain species, or I might be looking for something that I'm interested in that I've seen before that I would like to get into that I don't have. But as I'm browsing through the website, I came across a species that I've not seen in a while, and my heart just kind of jumped a little bit. This is a species that is near and dear to my heart, and I don't have them anymore. I had them a while ago, and 2 of them ended up maturing male, and 1 I accidentally killed by dropping its enclosure, and it was enough to kill the tarantula. It was feeding time. I pulled the enclosure down, bumped it on the shelf, boom, down it went, and the tarantula got killed. So when I saw it, I was like kind of hopeful, and they're kind of expensive, but not on the real high end. So I was a little bit tentative to ask for it, but I decided to give it a shot, right? So anyway, me and Fear Not Tarantulas go back for a little while when I first started my channel in 2017. And I might as well go ahead and say it. It was the Homioma chilense. And back then it was Euathlus species red. And I remember when I first saw the video with Tom Moran and how friendly this tarantula just seemed. It's just so curious. It would come out and greet him and climb on his hand. And just pretty much every time he interacted with it, it was a thing where he would probably get to hold it. So this was early on in my YouTube, when I first started my YouTube channel. And that was one that I just absolutely had to get. And I wanted to buy it, and I wasn't really ordering anything back then because I didn't really have a whole lot of a budget back then either to do any of this kind of stuff. But it just so happened that Fear Not Tarantulas was going to be at the Daytona National Reptile Breeders Expo that year in 2017. And I was so excited. I wanted to go see Fear Not Tarantulas, and I was hoping that they would have that species in stock when they were there. So I went and I checked out what they had, and I was talking to the guy. He's on video. Here's a little clip of that.
Sorry about that.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, is that the mom?
This is one of the mothers. I know she's small, but she is here, and she had just molted in transit. So.
All right. Okay.
So as you
so
can
that's
see,
adult, right there.
That's an adult.
Okay.
That's close. That's pretty close to being an adult. She's going to come out and say hi.
That's a spider in there.
Yeah.
So.
No.
We had about 4 or 5 sacks this year. That we had. She's the smallest mother out of all of them.
Okay.
The other ones were a little bit bigger. So they do get a little bit bigger than that, but not by much.
That's awesome.
But
yeah, I wanted that species, and he said, okay. So he said, let me see what we got. And he let me hold the female, or actually interact with the female. So that was like just a touching moment for me. And it really made an impression on me. And it just so happened that they had 3 of them. So I told them I would take 2. I bought 2 of them, and at the time they were only $23, which now I wish they were $23 again. But yeah, so they sold me the 2, and Tanya, because of my channel, threw in a freebie. So I had 3 of them. And like I told you, 2 of them ended up maturing male. I sent them off to breed with the hopes that someone would send me back some babies, but nothing ever panned out. It wasn't that they just didn't send me babies. It was just they never successfully paired them. And the 3rd, of course, I accidentally dropped. And I'm hoping that it was not a female, but more than likely it was probably the only female I had of the 3. So I was really heartbroken about that. And ever since then, I had been looking for them, but I was just daunted by that high price tag. They're going for upwards of $200 now. And, I balk at that. I'm still not to the point where I can just throw down that kind of money on a tarantula, especially a little spiderling, and have it probably die on me if I didn't care for it properly or anything like that. But this species, they're pretty hardy, and I was able to do it 3 times with those other ones, so I was pretty confident that I could do it again. So anyway, I contacted Tanya and I said, I saw that you have the Homeoma chilense, and I think it was chilensis, but it's recently changed to just chilense now. And I told her, that I told her the whole story about back in 2017, and she said she remembered that. And I said I would consider it serendipity if I could get another specimen from her. So she said, okay. And so here it is. She sent it to me, and I'm excited to see, what she sent. So here we go. And so, of course, I really don't have to tell you this, but Fear Not Tarantulas, they always pack their stuff quality. It's always well packed. Oh, there's a little sticker for me, a little hologram sticker, and I will cherish that. Put that on my computer. And everything is always packed nice and neat, and they deliver them very well. And, oh, we got a heat pack in there. I'm so sorry for getting emotional there, but she didn't just send me one, she sent me two. Thank you so much, Tanya, and everybody at Fear Not. I really appreciate it. You've just made my day. I don't know how to thank you. That was not my intention, was to get anything in return. It was just an act of kindness, and you returned it in kind. So I really appreciate that. I'm sorry, guys. I really needed this little ray of sunshine here. It's been tough, and this species is just near and dear to my heart. So it's just extra special. So especially coming from Fear Not, which is where I got my original one. So this is just really, really cool. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got, because these guys are really, really tiny. They are hardy. I was just getting into tarantulas back then, pretty hardcore. And I didn't know how I was going to do with a specimen this small. And I was able to successfully raise them into adulthood, at least two of them. And it was something that I didn't know if I could do at the time. So now I know better. And I will definitely cherish these guys and see if I can raise them up. And hopefully I will get a female out of one of these at least. That's just been a goal of mine, is to have another one of these. So again, I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and open them up, see what we got. I'll have to figure out what kind of enclosure to put them in, because they can be really, really tiny. And if I try to put them, say, in a little tarantula cribs enclosure, the holes might be too big for them to they might escape out of them. So I may have to put them in a dram vial, which is what I raised them in originally, as just a little dram vial with some soil and some sphagnum moss in there. And they did very well. So let's go ahead and look at them. All right, so let's take a look at the first one, see if it's okay. They do a really good job taping these guys up. All right, and I can see, oh my goodness, these are already good size. Oh, that just even makes it better. They're so beautiful. What a cutie. These guys take forever to grow, so just the fact that it's this size is remarkable. Very, very cool. Look how sweet it is. All right, got one down. All right, and let's take a look at number two. Don't know if I could see it there. But there we are. Yeah, this was just as big. Oh, so awesome. Look at this little sweetie pie. Yeah, well, they will definitely fit in a little tarantula cribs enclosure. That is so cool. All right, so I've got a couple little tarantula cribs enclosures that I've been saving for a rainy day. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in there. And I think I'll just keep the sphagnum moss that they're already in and just throw that in there as well. I'm gonna keep it pretty much bare bones because I don't really have any cork bark or anything that's small enough to put in there like that. I guess I could cut some, but seems like they did all right just with the sphagnum moss. So I'm gonna leave them just like that. So there it is in the tarantula cribs sling enclosure. All right, so there's one. Always have a hard time getting the lids right. Okay, so there we go. All right, one down. All right, and here comes number 2. Let me put some sphagnum moss in there. All right, so let's get this one in there as well. Oops, there we go. Oh, I can't believe the size. That's awesome because it takes a little while to get them even to this size. Okay. All right, little guy, be careful. There you go. All right. So there is number 2. And hopefully they will be happy in their new little homes. So there you have it. 2 beautiful Homioma chilense, commonly known as the Chilean flame. And I highly recommend this species. If you have a chance to get your hands on one, do so. The price, yes, they're a little pricey, but well worth it because of their disposition. They are a dwarf species, but they are slow growing. They're incredibly slow growing, but they'll get there. You know, they'll get there. It took probably maybe 3.5, maybe 4 years for mine to reach adulthood, and that's the males. The females, I have yet to raise one to adulthood because I don't know if the one that I accidentally killed was a female or not, and you know, I've yet to raise one to adulthood. So hopefully one of these will be a female. So I hope this video has not been much of a downer on you. That was not my intention. I'm sorry I got emotional. It's just, this is very special to me. And, you know, it's just a ray of sunshine that I needed to help me get over this funk that I'm in. You know, even the passing of Brian Barczyk has affected me. I'd only met the guy twice, but he was just that kind of person that treated you like a friend, whether you had just met him or you had known him forever. He was just a wonderful and beautiful soul, and I'm very sad to see that he's gone, but his legacy will live on and he will not be easily forgotten. So yeah, you know, that even hurt because the holidays are difficult for me because I lost my dad around this time, just, you know, not too long ago, and I still haven't gotten completely over that just yet. So I guess that was just another contributing factor. But, you know, let's pick up and keep on going and be kind, as he said, because you never know where those acts of kindness will lead you. And if you are kind to people, then you will receive kind in turn. So yeah, I guess I'll leave you guys with that. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Definitely go check out Fear Not Tarantulas if you're interested in buying tarantulas from them. They definitely have some top-notch tarantulas and definitely got some quality customer service over there. So yes, definitely go check them out. And if you are interested in getting any sling enclosures like this or any other enclosures from Tarantula Cribs, check out tarantulacribs.com. And if you use the discount code THAVEN10, you can get 10% off your order. Until next time, keep loving them tarantulas.